Welcome everyone to Frankfort, Delaware, home of the Senior League Softball World Series. 4 games tonight kick off a busy week for the 10 lucky teams who have made it to this point. It's the host, Delaware, taking on Pennsylvania, who represents the East region. Just a couple hours ago, opening ceremony right here on this field as we get set to go. These pool play, 5 teams in our 2 pools to play each time before we get a single elimination bracket for the top 8 teams. Our champion will be on Sunday alongside Mr. Allen. I'm Chuck. We've got you covered all across the country and the globe.
Everywhere. Softball is huge. You can see the growth of it from both of these pools. We've got teams from 10 minutes down the road to thousands of miles away. The Czech Republic, Brazil. You ask it, we've got it here.
Going to be an exciting week. A lot of softball coming your way from the Senior League Softball World Series as Pennsylvania takes the field. Great crowd too as well. Of course, the host team, Delaware. Pennsylvania crowd really well. Delaware is led by Lutz. This was last year's runner-up. That team is also here this year as well. This is the same team for Clint Lutz. 7 starters return last year, and he'll hope this lineup can get him going. This game is set to step to the plate. His daughter Adeline is in center field. She is in the 2-hole. Keep an eye on the 5 spot. Sierra Harris, who is one of the best arms you will see all week at the Senior League Softball World Series. Question is, can they solve Nina Brewster tonight? The 16-year-old gets the ball in the circle for Pennsylvania. And I love the favorite athlete here, Rory McIlroy.
That's a pretty good pick there. She is their team leader on the mound. She wants to play pro, so she gets it. She's a competitor. She's going to go to her rise, her drop curve, a screw, a fast, and that changeup. But it's that rise ball. That's her best pitch. She's going to try to climb that ladder and get girls to swing out of the zone.
15-year-old, excuse me, and from Hermitage, Pennsylvania, favorite softball player is Carlin Pickens. She will face the right fielder, Journey Hearn, for Delaware to lead things off. First pitch strike on the outside corner is a good spot for Pennsylvania, who represent the East region out of Conneaut Lake Area Little League.
And Journey Hearn is a perfect person in this leadoff spot. They say she has a great eye, great discipline at the plate, is able to get on base, and that's exactly what you're looking for out of that leadoff position.
Clint Lutz said she is one of the younger players on the team, really quiet, but super talented. Another 15-year-old fouls that back.
And you can see that 0-2 rise ball there. Trying to get her to go up in the zone, gets a swing. If I'm the pitcher here, I'm gonna try to raise that ball a little bit higher, see if maybe at the eyes, maybe above the head, can we get another swing with 2 strikes?
Start off this game. Bruce's twin sister is Kelsey. She is also on the team. I feel like we have a lot of sister pairings all throughout this field of teams. Go there like you asked for.
That's a really great spot and a great pitch there. But Hearn doing a good job of just getting enough, keeping her hands high, continuing to foul it off, especially 0-2. Your job is to battle and make the pitcher miss. Get something that you can hit hard.
Pennsylvania held their opponents to a 146 opponent average en route to the World Series. Vicious from Journey Hearn.
Attacking, fearless. 2 strikes, she's need to do damage.
First ball thrown. Great command shown by Brewster here in this first inning. The foul against a young won the East Region tournament by beating Connecticut in the championship 7-5. Those were both undefeated teams in the region. Connecticut was the team that was here last year representing the East. Swing and a miss. Brewster wins the battle.
Nina Brewster, there she goes climbing that ladder. She's stuck with it. She's stuck with her best pitch. And you're going to see her go up in the zone. This pitch is at the shoulders of her. She tried, she battled, she saw everything, but Nina Brewster coming out with her strikeout game.
Here is Adeline Lutz, the manager's daughter. Watches the first pitch in the dirt for ball one.
And that last step for her, and probably not the result she wanted. She saw everything from Arsenal, a Brewster, which helps your teammates. Your teammates can learn from that.
Popped up into foul territory, and that'll get down. What do you, we'll see that in softball, the passing of information from one to the next. What will coming up to the box?
I wanted to know things like, what did the speed feel like? What did the spin feel like? Because everybody can talk about miles per hour and spin, it's different coming out of the pitcher's hand. Sometimes there's things about how they come off the mound, how they spin. So there's only a certain person that can get out of it, and it's the one that's in the box.
2-1 count now for Lutz against Brewster. Nina Brewster's finished her freshman year of high school this year. These athletes anywhere from 13 to 17 years old. In the dirt, in fact, Sierra.
good effort there, but Ava Brock stepping up big for her team.
Brewster trying to give herself an early lead in this game. Swings first pitch for strike one. Nina Brewster started in school this year at Ace as a true freshman. And we saw that Roy is her favorite athlete, Carlin Pickens her favorite softball player, but she also is a golfer, so it makes sense that Rory would be her favorite athlete.
I love that pick. That's incredible.
Two count for Lewis. He gets away, and the runner will stay put at third base.
Read there by Jordan at third base, not going on that. The backstops here are pretty short, so anything that gets past the catcher, there's not a lot of room to run. You have to make sure you get a great read on it in order to be able to score.
I thought the former catcher in you was going to hit the deck in the booth when you saw that coming.
I'll block it up from up here.
1-2 swing and a miss. Lewis gave up a leadoff double in the inning, but allows nothing. We are scoreless after one here in Delaware. Back in Delaware, that is a look at Bethany Beach, one of the many great spots not far from here at all, about 15, 20 minutes away from us in Frankfort, Delaware. Not just the softball this week, too. That was one of the things we heard in our meetings from all these managers is like, this is a full-on event. They get to do a lot of stuff.
And the girls love the experience. They get to meet players from different countries, different teams, get to meet different cultures, and just see how widespread the sport has become.
Kamora Harris will lead it off for Delaware in the second inning. 4, 5, 6 due up for them. Harris, their shortstop. Their manager, Clint Lutz, said she probably is the most gifted player on this team. Has an incredible arm, which we saw in warm-ups at shortstop. Has power, and she can run.
And what more could you ask out of a player? Basically just named all facets of the game. She's good at it. Anything you ask of her, she can do it.
They had some gritty at-bats in the first inning, but nothing to show for it. A ground out and a couple strikeouts against Nina Brewster.
And when talking to their manager, he said hitting is their strong point. That's their strength. Anybody can step up at any point in time. They're really good at passing the bat down, and it's all about that communication piece that we talked about in the earlier inning.
This is ripped up the middle for a leadoff single, first hit of the game for Delaware.
Super hard hit ball there by Kamora Harris. Right back up the middle where nobody's at. That's exactly what you want out of a leadoff. Just get on base, set the table for the rest of your team.
Now Sierra Lewis talked all about the arm and how great she's been in the circle. But a chance with the bat in her hand. I thought Harris might be running there, but instead ball one, she stays put. Sierra Lewis her favorite athlete is Megan Grant. She was a Penn State softball fan. This is popped up on the infield for Brewster. Big out number one.
And that's exactly what Nina Brewster wants to do to these hitters. Push the ball up in the zone, get them underneath the ball, and Sierra Lewis just underneath that. Nina Brewster gets a pop-up for out number one.
Now the left fielder, Emma Jackson, her first at bat tonight, takes the first pitch for a strike. And that is Harris, who's able to get into second safely.
Really great read and slide there by Harris, just showing off her speed, her versatility. Not a bad throw, just late.
Jackson into left center field. It's going to be cut off in the gap, but that will score the first run. Harris from second. Delaware strikes first.
And you can hear that this team is fired up. Emma Jackson learning from the at-bats ahead of her. She learned from every swing she saw before her. She's going to get a pitch up in the zone, get on top of it, drive it into the gap. But what I love is her base running behind that. She notices that the throw is going all the way to home plate, so she takes second base behind him.
RBI for Emma Jackson. Now Jaden Bowe at the plate, or Jordan Bowe, excuse me. She goes by JB, the third baseman for Delaware.
1-1 strike.
We are not super far from Philadelphia, and so it makes sense. She's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Cooper DeJean and JT Realmuto. A couple Philly athletes were her two of choice.
A couple really great picks there. I love being able to see the players' favorite players. They always have fun picks, great role models to look up to on the baseball and the softball side.
Who would you have put growing up? It's a tough question.
I can't let her know I said this, so I hope she's not listening, but my big sister. I'd have to put my big sister down, except for I didn't want to be a shortstop. I wanted to be a catcher, but I wanted to be, other than that, just like my big sister.
Okay. We don't need to get her ego too big.
Hey,
but
you know, you can't let her know I'm talking about her.
That's right. That is my partner tonight, Allie Shipman, former Alabama star. Her sister she's talking about was Madison Shipman. Starred at Tennessee and as a professional. And is now your colleague, you can say, actually.
I love saying that to her as well.
Jordan Bowe walks, so first and second now for Ava Brock, the second baseman. Both of Ava's parents are teachers. She's the oldest of 4 kids, and her dad played in the minor leagues in the Marlins organization, so runs in the family for Ava. Oh, 0-1 pitch after the foul ball inside. Good job behind the plate, though, by Mahokey.
Mahokey did a great job of keeping her glove down, going glove first to that ball, and then letting her legs follow after, especially if you got a pitcher with good spin, good speed. Sometimes the only thing you can get is your glove there.
One strike.
Popped up and playable. On the first base side, 2 outs.
That was 2 down. Here's the catcher, number 7, Sophia Bowen.
Brewster can limit the damage right here, down to the 9 spot, Sophia Bowen. Well, right on cue, she said her favorite athlete is her brother, Tyler Bowen, who is currently with the Single-A affiliate of the Phillies.
Gordon Bowe over at third base. The hot corner. Got a slower one there, but she hopped off that corner fast and made a great play.
5 straight retired now for Lewis as Molly O'Grady steps in, the left fielder for Pennsylvania. O'Grady hit her first ever home run back in May this year. Another one, she's just heading into 8th grade this fall.
A lot of young players on this team, which bodes well for the future as well. They get to learn about the culture at a young age, get to learn from the vets ahead of them, and then bring that into years to come.
What we've heard too from a lot of the teams, and this is a theme throughout Little League, is that it's such a community event. So these young ladies who have watched either older siblings or just older athletes in their communities that they might look up to, they've seen them do it, now they're getting their opportunity too.
And a lot of these girls have played with each other for so long that they get to know each other so well. It just feels seamless on the field as they continue to grow up.
O'Grady ahead in the count, 3-1. Takes strike 2.
Good spot there on that curveball, just making the outer edge, and then also a great frame behind the dish by Bowen.
The end of the bat foul to stay alive in this 3-2 count. Molly O'Grady had a couple good ones for their favorite athletes. Caitlin Ohashi, who is the former UCLA gymnast, and then Leah Amico, who is an Arizona legend and a 3-time Olympic gold medalist. Leah Amico's name came up 4 times on this team. Swings and misses. Lewis has retired 6 consecutive. 3 of those have been strikeouts, and she is starting to settle into this game.
1-0 our score, man. And the host team coming back to the top.
Two innings complete and a close one to start the Senior League Softball World Series between Delaware and Pennsylvania. Delaware, the host team, leading 1-0 after 2. Ina Brewster was pretty good the first time through the order. Allowed just 2 hits and a walk and the 1 run, but now she will face him for the second time.
The leadoff once again leading off this inning. She's got a great eye at the plate. See her there taking that rise ball up in the zone, very disciplined. Struck out her last at-bat, but had a really long at-bat. She saw so many pitches, 9 pitches to be exact, and it ended up in a strikeout, but she saw basically everything.
It's already seen 3 in this one and is ahead 3-0. Got a piece of Journey Hearn, who will take first base to lead off the third.
That's just a really good job by Hearn of learning from her at bat before. She came out really aggressive, swinging out a lot of pitches, went back to the dugout, probably reevaluated her approach, and you just see her being very disciplined in that at bat there.
Is there a specific leadoff hitter that you had to call a game against that you always dreaded playing in the SEC?
I mean, you can name all of them. Everybody is so talented in different ways, and there's a lot of players that are so disciplined that it's almost annoying. You put something on the corner, they don't bite at all, and you're like, ugh, what am I gonna do now?
Adeline Lutz grounded out back to the pitcher Brewster, her first trip to the plate. Bunts this to the left side and just off the top of the glove of Bender. Now a little bit of a, nearly a rundown between second and third. But Hearn is able to get back to second safely.
That's just a really great bunt by Lutz there. She puts it right where they're not. She's gonna bunt this kind of hard, but Bender's charging so fast that she doesn't give herself time to get her feet underneath there. Then a little bit of a miscommunication on who's covering which bag as well. They got lucky there that a runner didn't end up on third base.
So Hearn on second, Lutz on first, both with great speed for the three-hole Carly Kruger. She struck out swinging her first trip to the plate. This is Kruger's final Little League experience. And that was one of the things she wrote in her player questionnaire, that she was just looking forward to enjoying this last go-round. Said this is where her softball career started when she was young, and still loves playing with a lot of the same teammates. That is strike one on the fouled off bunt attempt.
And you gotta love the full circle moment there, being able to grow up with all of these players and start here and then kind of get to age out and finish your time here as well with a lot of the same girls that you started it with.
Another bunt attempt comes up and hits the bat again, so it's a 2-2 count.
And if you're trying to sacrifice bunt, the key is trying to keep your feet still. It just looks like Kruger's trying to move her feet too fast, which is forcing her to foul off these balls.
Puts a charge into this to right center field, back toward the track. It's a great catch in right by Harrington. One runner will now, both runners will advance, but Nia Harrington made an excellent catch in right field.
And with the sun out there shining in her eyes, she did a great job of sticking with this ball. It carried a long way. Kruger put a charge into this one. You'll see Harrington out there tracking it, and then getting up fast to make sure that the runner doesn't score.
In a lot of ways, it does work as somewhat of a sacrifice bunt for Kruger.
And if you don't get the bunt down, you got to move them somehow.
This is right back up the middle. One run will score, the second one coming around, and it's 3-0 Delaware. Kamora Harris, her second hit of the night.
And because Carly Kruger did her job and moved the runners, that's what's going to allow Harris to get this 2 RBI double here. She's going to get a ball on the inner half. She keeps her hands nice and tight, drives it back up the middle, and easily scores 2 runs.
This has been an aggressive approach this inning. After Journey Hearn got on base with a hit by pitch, which was just a 4 pitches that she saw. It was in a 3-0 count when she was hit. She was patient, but after that, it's been an aggressive lineup.
But you can tell they changed their approach a little bit. They're a little shorter in their swings. They're not trying to do as much as they were the first inning, taking big hacks, missing underneath the ball. They've shortened up, and they're just trying to put the ball in play.
Lewis, oh my goodness, what a stop over at third. Abby Bender keeping that ball on the infield. I cannot believe that went in her glove.
And that is huge. That might have just saved them a run. She may not have gotten the out, but she went all out on that ball. Abby Bender going full extension to her left. And this ball is smoked. She gets up, checks the runners, and helps out her pitcher. That may have scored a run if it got past her.
Yeah, heads up play not to make that throw too, honestly.
You don't want to risk the extra throw. You know that runner's going to be safe. Just eating that ball and making sure that you get the ball back to the pitcher.
They're just confirming the outs in the inning, and there is 1 out, 2 on. And an 0-1 count here to Emma Jackson. Drove in a run with a base hit her last trip to the plate.
And now I think for Brewster, that rise ball has to be a little bit more competitive. She's starting to miss out of the zone a little bit more, so when she puts it closer, it feels more like a hittable pitch to these batters. When you can kind of nibble, it makes differentiating a ball and a strike harder, and so you get more swings and misses.
A tough matchup for Pennsylvania representing the East region to get Delaware, the runner-up from a year ago, with 7 starters back from that runner-up team. Lifted to center field. This is back toward the wall, and it is off the wall. 1 run is going to come around to score, and it's an RBI double for Emma Jackson. She's got a pair of them now.
And this is just a really great piece of hitting by Emma Jackson. Just going down in the zone, she recognizes that this is the pitch to hit. This is the one lower in the zone. She had seen a lot of up pitches, but then she's going to go down and get this pitch. This is at her knees. She drops her back knee, gets her barrel down below this ball, smokes it into center field. She almost hit it so hard that the runners had to stop and tag up, make sure that they weren't going to have to tag up and go to the next base. Could have had 2 RBIs there, but hit it too hard.
Just a few feet from the first home run this Senior League Softball World Series. 3 consecutive hits here in the 3rd for Delaware. Now we get down to JB, Jordan Bowe. Walked her first time up and has looked good defensively at 3rd base. Just missing outside, 2-0 count. Just off the top of the glove of Beebe, who made a great attempt at it. This is going to roll toward the warning track, and 2 more runs will score as Bowe coasts into second.
And the Delaware bats are really starting to heat up here. You can tell they're passing the bat down, they're passing information. Bowe's gonna get on top of this ball, drive it into the outfield, and then just O'Grady letting this one get underneath her glove allows another runner to score and allows Bowe to get to second base.
Quick visit here from John Harrington, one of the coaches for Pennsylvania, whose daughter Naya made that great catch out in right field. Rhonda Harrington also on the coaching staff.
And this is just a good moment to let your defense breathe a little bit. Feels like a lot of back-to-back-to-back things happening. Just take a timeout. Everybody take a deep breath. Remind them that it's early in this game. A lot of game left to play, especially for your pitcher. Remind her her defense has her back. Let everybody kind of settle in.
Ava Brock is the batter, popped up to the first baseman Dugan, her first trip up. takes that pitch high for ball one. Ground ball that's going to hit the third base bag and go down the line. They will hold the runner at third, and it's a double for Ava Brock.
And yet another hard hit ball by Delaware, and this is just a little bit unlucky for Pennsylvania. This ball is going to be hit so hard that it's going to go off of that third base bag, a little bit underneath the glove of Bender there, but then allows Brock to get to second base because it ricochets off the bag.
Low ball one to the 9-hole Sophia Bowen. Struck out swinging her first time up. There's a pair of runners in scoring position. Delaware has already scored 5 here in the third. They went down in order, 1, 2, 3 in the first, but have made some really nice adjustments. See BB going back to make the catch, and there's 2 outs.
That feels like a big out for Nina Brewster. Just trying to change the momentum. This is a game of momentum. So when the offense starts to heat up, sometimes you just got to break up that momentum a little bit, just take a sigh of relief, and then go right back at the next batter.
Delaware has batted around in the inning. Journey Hearn, who led it off by getting hit by a pitch, takes ball one. It's really been like 4 through 7, 4 through 8 in this order that's done the majority of the damage for Delaware, which is a scary thought. This is a team that 1 through 9 can swing it.
And we asked them about, who's your biggest impact player on offense, and they said they really couldn't pick one because anybody in the lineup can step up at any moment. That's when you know you have a great offense, is when 1 through 9 you can produce.
They talked about just the amount of talent that they have in such a small area. And a number of these players will actually be going to a local community college and playing together as well.
And that just shows how much they really enjoy playing with each other. You've been together for so long, and yet you want to continue playing with each other. They're going to be going to Delaware Tech Community College. There's about 5 of them wanting to go off together. It's a really cool experience.
Hearn goes down swinging to end the inning. 5 runs come across for Delaware. The host is off and running in front of the home crowd and loving every second of it so far. The Senior League Softball World Series is underway. pretty good seats here in Frankfort, Delaware. That's right down the left field line beyond the
And
fence.
moving off the bottom of the third inning,
A
will be
beautiful
right
evening,
fielder
light
for
breeze
number 8,
here at the
Ryan
ballpark.
Harrington.
7 days of softball, all starting tonight with 4 games. 8 of the 10 teams in action. And 6 more games coming your way tomorrow. Nia Harrington leads things off, 8-9-1 coming up here for Pennsylvania.
And this is a big inning if you're Pennsylvania. You need to be able to respond, at least put 1 run up on the board. If you have another 0 up there, then it just feels like a lot more pressure. Start to chip away, nothing too big, just pass the bat down.
That is strike 1 in a 2-0 count. 6 consecutive retired by Sierra Lewis after she allowed a leadoff double to Jocelyn Jordan. She's popping the mitt.
And it just looks like these Pennsylvania hitters are behind. We talked about the velocity of Sierra Lewis, and so if you know you're late, you have to make an adjustment, whether that's your front foot, whether that's shortening up, maybe taking no stride, just something to be quicker to the ball.
3-2 count to Harrington. It's 3 older sisters that all played as well. Special talent is making goat noises.
You think we can get her up here?
I think we need to hear that.
I'd love to hear some goat noises.
In the air to left field. Nice communication there by Emma Jackson, and there's 1 out. I feel like there's a lot of options there too, like goats scream, so that could be.
There are almost too many options. We'll have to ask, get some more detail. We'll report back.
Allie Kosinski is the 9-hole hitter. 15-year-old from Springboro, Pennsylvania, swings through that first pitch. Also a very talented hockey player, and their manager, Jamie Jordan, said you can always find Allie playing in the dirt. I think that was both literal and figurative as far as the hockey talent goes.
So then you have to pick softball if you love playing in the dirt. Not going to find much dirt on the ice.
Favorite softball player is Skylar Wallace.
Another great pick. She just won the batting champion for the AUSL. Congratulations to her on a great season.
Look at you, you've got all these great nuggets.
I keep up. I keep up with AUSL softball, especially with how they're growing the game, and it's really cool to see a pro league start to really flourish. I'm a big fan.
Hey, props, you were in it last year. Had some pretty big swings. We actually were talking pregame. I was there for both of your home runs last year for the Talons.
I dabbled in the pro league for a few weeks. I was a reserve player, but it was a ton of fun. It was really magical to see what they're doing for the sport, and for young players to be able to look up to professional players and say, I want to be you when I grow up. It's really special.
And we see a lot of, on these questionnaires actually, a lot of players from the AUSL as the favorite athletes. We also even saw some of the teams being listed as their favorite teams. Back up the middle, that's going to get down for a base hit. So the first batter in the order and the last batter in the order for Pennsylvania both had hits off Lewis the first time through. Everybody in between was out.
It's a good job by Kaczynski passing the bat and turning the lineup over for the top of the lineup. She gets jammed up a little bit. She's a little late, but she stays long with her extension. That's the key that allows her to get this ball into the outfield for a base hit.
She is aboard for the top of the order. Jocelyn Jordan had the double to lead the game off.
Another one with a great favorite athlete, Jordy Fromm. Just came off an incredible career. And pitched in the World Series and hit in the World Series, 3 months pregnant as well. What an athlete.
Unbelievable. Jordan wearing 6 this weekend, normally wears 13, and said she wears it because of her grandpa, mom, and sister said they all do. And she also said it's seen as unlucky, and she likes to go against the odds. One, two, count.
And especially with 2 strikes here, if you're Jordan, you have to shorten up, find a way to get bat on ball, continue the inning.
Runner goes and is safely into second base. Stolen base for Kaczynski.
This is a great read by Kaczynski, noticing that this ball is in the dirt. Sophia Bowen has to drop and block. And so because she's on her knees, she has 2 choices. You either push and try to throw from your knees with no momentum, or you stand all the way up. Because she had to stand all the way up, the runner's safe.
What was your go-to?
I was a from my knees thrower. I am tall, and so trying to get up out of my squat was difficult for a tall person like me, especially as I got older and had knee surgery. So I just winged it and tried to push as hard as I could from my knees. Even if I had to drop and block, just turn and go.
3-2 pitch from Lewis. That is ball 4. Nice at bat from the top of the order in Jocelyn Jordan, but it started with Kaczynski, and now there's 2 on with just 1 out. Well, professional softball is returning to Greenville, North Carolina for the 2026 AUSL Pro Game presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, set to take place on Wednesday, August 5th. You can learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited.
And how cool is that? I feel like, you know, you ask a young baseball player, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it's always a pro baseball player. And now we're starting to see that with young girls as well, being able to meet these AUSL professional players. If you're a little leaguer, get to kind of feel what it's like to be in their shoes and have you aspire to be a professional softball player, something that's really cool.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Natasha Watley and Lisa Fernandez are coaching those 2 teams, which is ridiculous.
That's incredible. I mean, if you're a little leaguer and you get to meet Natasha Watley and Lisa Fernandez, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Ball 1 inside. Josie Mahokey back at the plate, popped up her first trip up. It is a foul ball out of play, 1-1 count. Josie is the second youngest of 4 kids. It's Josie, Jaden, Jillian, and Juliana.
It's a lot of J's.
Strike 2, good spot there from Lewis.
Good job painting that inside corner by Lewis. And it's the height that makes that ball really hard to hit. Right at the knees, perfect location.
Toward the second baseman, just over the glove of Brock into right field for a base hit. They do get a force out at second base because Jordan had to hold to see if it would fall.
Good job there by Mahokey. Learning from the pitch before, she gets another pitch on the inner half. Very similar to the pitch before, but now she gets her barrel there. Gets it out into the infield. Then Ava Brock just a little bit caught up there. You can see the runners a little bit caught up as well, wondering if they're going to have to tag, if they can advance. bit of a confusing play on both sides of the ball.
Still a good opportunity for the shortstop, Riley Barbie, who grounded into a 3-4-3 ground out last time, went off the glove of Kruger at first, and Brock picked it up and threw it right back to her at the base. Lewis falls behind 2-0 to the 3-hole.
And with 2 outs in a first and third situation, defensively you have a couple options. You can try to go get that third out at second base. Maybe pump fake, try to get that runner at third. Sometimes with 2 outs, the runners won't even go either. You know, first and thirds to me are very difficult to defend. I was always on the side of send them and see what happens, force the defense to try to make some throws.
That is ball 4, and now the base is loaded, and what is the biggest opportunity of the game so far for Pennsylvania?
Once again, not trying to do too much, just passing the bat down, being very selective, going up there with a plan, and now giving the opportunity to Nina Brewster to try to help herself out.
Slow roller left side, gonna be a tough play on the run, and a nice throw over at third. Jordan Bowe continues to show off the great defense.
I mean, Jordan Bowe, what an athletic play at third base. She's gonna charge this ball and then throw sidearm on the run. What a play by the Delaware defense. Two games underway at the Senior League Softball World Series here in Delaware. That was the final out of the third inning, so we were basically at identical points in the game. Canada up 7-0 on South Carolina. Canada with a big time 5-run third inning, showing off the bats over there, and Delaware doing something similar over on our field as well.
Yeah, so we're both basically top of the fourth and a run difference in the scoreline.
It's deja vu. We got the same game going on, just different teams.
Dorian Kraft and Riley West are on the other broadcast next door. All week we are on ESPN Plus if you're looking for the Senior League Softball World Series. 4 games tonight, 2 for each field. 6 games tomorrow, 3 on each field. We do not go to 8 games, 4 on each field on Wednesday, if you were worried about that. crushed into right center field. Back toward the fence. It one-hops the fence, and it's extra bases to start the fourth. Big swing by Adeline Lutz.
And what a way to lead off the inning for Delaware. Adeline Lutz coming out swinging for her team. She gets this ball up and out, but she lets it travel so much. You can see it almost get to her back leg. And because of that, she gets the barrel there and can drive the ball into the gap. And she's fired up for her team.
Adeline Lutz's favorite player is Bree Ellis, who of course has all the power in the world. Her favorite food is a filet, and her favorite subject in school is the weight room. And clearly she's acing it. That is the fourth Delaware double of the evening. Now Carly Kruger at the plate. So Delaware has scored 6 runs in the game, and the top 3 in the order, that was the first hit by any of them. That is just off the tip of the glove in right field, and another run's going to come around to score. Kruger is all the way into third safely.
Back-to-back well-struck balls for Delaware. It's almost deja vu again. Gets this pitch up and out in the zone, lets it travel, drives it, and then you can see the sun being a bit of a factor for Harrington in right field. Hard to read, but great base running by Kruger, knowing that she can get all the way to third.
Now to the cleanup hitter, who does have a pair of hits, and this is where it has been really dangerous for Pennsylvania in the Delaware order. 4 through 8 have been excellent.
Most of the RBI production right here in this spot in the lineup, in this part of the order.
In the air and out of play. One-two count against Kimora Harris. Another one to right center field. This one is gone. Kimora Harris got all of it. A 2-run shot, and it's 9-0 Delaware.
Kimora Harris showing off the power. Her team fired up behind her. But what she does here is she gets that bat on top of that pitch. She's gonna recognize this pitch up in the zone. It gets her hands high, stays on top, but being able to let it in deep, that's what allows her to get so much barrel on this outside pitch. The catcher back there, Mahokey, was almost standing all the way up. Just a great job by Harris to get her hands up high, trust, and drive that ball a long way.
You can tell by the trot that Kimora Harris has been there before.
Not new to the home run trot.
Ground ball to the left side. Nice pick over at first base by Kara Dugan for out number 1.
Good bounce back there by Nina Brewster after giving up that big swing. But again, what I like about Harris's at bat is she learned from the 2 before her. The 2 before her both got up and out pitches. And so that's what she sat. She was looking for that pitch, knowing that she was going to get it.
Ball 1 to Emma Jackson. A pair of RBI doubles to her name tonight. Now I know I'm getting old. Some of these questionnaire answers, I was like, I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is.
There's a meme section on the questionnaires, and sometimes those get me. I'm like, I'm not even quite sure what you're talking about there. A lot of the 6'7" meme, we've heard of that one.
Yeah. You're supposed to be the young one here. I feel like you should be hip to all these things.
I coach high schoolers, and sometimes it's like they're speaking a different language.
Jackson in the air. This is going to get just into the grass. Kosinski makes the catch, 2 outs.
Once again, Nina Brewster just doing a good job of settling back in, going right at the next batter. It's easy when you give up those big hits to kind of let it compound, kind of let the emotion overtake you, but she's doing a good job of taking that deep breath and just attacking the next batter.
Jordan Bowe has gotten it done both offensively and defensively. We talked a lot about what she's done at third base, but she's also walked and driven in a run with a single in the game. It's funny, Jordan Bowe goes by JB, said she'd most like to meet LeBron James so she can ask him what he's going to do next year. I think she filled that out before he made the decision, so she's probably really happy, even with the line out.
But Kimora Harris getting the hitting going for them. The first home run on this field, and she knows it right off the bat.
Job done for Sierra Lewis in the circle this game. Delaware has a 9-0 lead, so here in the bottom of the fourth, they will make a pitching change and go to the 17-year-old from Millsboro, Delaware, McKenna Blades, or Kenny.
And Kenny Blades, she's great at locating. That is her bread and butter, is being able to place the ball wherever she wants. She's got a fastball, a curveball, and a changeup, but it's really that command that makes her special.
Kenny Blades said her mom and cousin both played in the Little League World Series. She will face 5, 6, 7 here in the fourth. There's ball one just inside to Kara Dugan. Dugan's favorite athlete is Sidney Crosby, so there are some similarities here. You got the team from Pennsylvania, so naturally going to be some Philadelphia fans, and then this Delaware team not far from the state line and the city of Philly, just about 2.5 hours drive away. Dugan had a good one for her favorite softball player, Jenny Finch.
An absolute classic. One of the greatest to ever do it.
Strike one in the 3-0 count.
And I love the superstitions that we get to see on some of these player questionnaires. Dugan says she keeps a heads-up penny in her left pocket every game.
You got to really place that thing.
You got to make sure you're getting it in your pocket right, but it gave her some luck there. She draws a walk.
Did you have any of that?
So funny enough, I played with a dollar bill in my right back pocket as well.
Okay.
So similar, not a penny, a dollar bill. I had to have it laminated though, because it was getting a little sweaty after a while.
In the air to left field and right up against the fence. It was a great effort out in left by Emma Jackson. She was just inches from being able to pull that back in.
And just not fearless of the fence at all. Willing to do whatever she needs for her team. Good to see her smiling over there. Gets a little dicey when you run into the fence like that, but she's fearless. Look at her reaching almost.
In the dirt, blocked up behind the plate by Sophia Bowen.
That was a picture-perfect block. Got her glove down, kicked her feet back, chest over top, chin tucked. Couldn't be more beautiful behind the dish there for Sophia Bowen.
Hard hit. Oh, stopped it short. The throw to first is there. What a play by Kimora Harris.
Kimora Harris goes yard and then comes out on defense and makes an absolutely stellar play at shortstop. This ball is smoked. One hop, she goes to her left, comes up off of her knees, and then a laser beam throw over to first base.
The highlight reel is growing quickly for Kimora Harris. All around, this Delaware performance has been really impressive, pitching, defense, and hitting. Molly O'Grady fouls that back, strike one. Dream job is to be a marine biologist. Saw that one a handful of times on the questionnaires. I like that one.
That was my original go-to when I was younger.
Again to Harris, takes her time, and man, she's got a cannon. Now the runner trying to take third, and she is safe. The ball popped out of the glove of Bo over at third. That is Kara Dugan, who was a little shaken up over at third base.
Giving her a little time. Looks like there may have been a bit of a collision there between Bo and her sliding into third base. Again, though, Kimora Harris showing off her defensive ability, making a laser beam throw. And then look at this, Kruger coming off the bag, making a dot of a throw, and it's just a little bit of a bobble there by Bo. Good defensive play, just need to finish it with that tag.
Nia Harrington is at the plate. Classic favorite athlete, Caitlin Clark. Harrington flew out to left field her first time out. There are 2 outs in the inning with the runner on third base. Just off the end of her bat.
Also a fan of Mia Scott. Another great player to look up to. Incredible on D, great on offense as well.
Former Texas Longhorn, national champ, not this year, but last year. Swing and a miss. Solid bounce back after a leadoff walk from Blades to go 1-2-3 and keep it scoreless as we go to the 5th inning here in Delaware. 9-0 Delaware over Pennsylvania, top of the 5th inning. That is Delaware manager Clint Lutz, who has got to be happy with how his team has played so far. They've got 8-9-1 coming up here in the 5th inning. He played college baseball at Delaware Tech Community College, and then for years played men's fast pitch, and it runs in the family. 3 uncles and his dad all in the Pennsylvania Hall of Fame for men's fast pitch.
And what more could you ask for as a coach when you can see your team putting it all together, offense, defense, and pitching? He also calls the pitches, so I'm sure he's really stoked to see his pitchers going out there, 2 of them putting in work.
They certainly look the part of the team that has a chance to make another run this year after finishing as runners-up last year to Michigan, who we saw earlier today for the opening ceremony, and they will actually play next against Hawaii.
And they mentioned that they had a bit of a chip on their shoulder. They wanted to come out with that revenge factor to them, and you can see them out here with a vengeance. They have a plan. They look calm, comfortable. They look like they've been here before.
One-two count to Ava Brock at the plate. Into right center field, long run, and a nice grab out there in right by Hearn.
Good pitch there by Brewster in the circle. You can see Central getting ready for the next game. Like we said, lots of games all week. Lots of back-to-back games. So much more softball to be watched.
Brazil is also over there representing Latin America. It's going to be a busy week at the ballpark.
If you're a softball fan, this is a great place to be. Softball on 2 fields at once. So much action and a lot of great talent. We've seen defense, hitting, pitching, people diving, home runs. We've got everything.
So 1 out here in the 5th, and I apologize, that was Nia Harrington making that first catch out in right field. Check swing that she held back on. Sophia Bowen, the catcher in the 9 spot, 0 for 2 on the night. This is actually Autumn Willie who will pinch hit for her, 17-year-old from Frankfort, Delaware. Talked about all these teams getting to go to the beach and have some fun. She is a frequenter of the beach, says she likes to surf as well, and there's 2 away.
Two back-to-back good at-bats from the pitching side by Brewster. Being able to just go at these batters, get some jammed up hits for them, and just being able to turn it over for her offense, try to get out of this inning quickly.
She's retired 5 in a row. Now flips it back over to the top of the order for Journey Hearn. Through the 5-6 hole, and Hearn is aboard with 2 outs.
Good barrel there by Hearn, being able to just pass the bat, keep the inning alive, put some more pressure on the Pennsylvania defense.
Inside, ball 1 to Adeline Lutz. Clint Lutz's daughter at the plate, hit one off the wall, her last trip up for a double.
Another Bree Ellis fan. Seen a lot of that. Bree Ellis had a great season for AUSL as well. If you're a power hitter and you want somebody to look up to, I can't really name anybody better.
comeback player of the year in the AUSL this year after a little bit of a tough rookie season. Lutz fouls that off. Strike one. Takes high for ball three. 3-1 count.
This is a big at-bat for Brewster on the mound. You can get out of this inning, keep them from scoring any more runs. It might just bring some life back into your offense.
Ball four.
And we talked about momentum with the back-to-back, the base hit and the walk, and now it feels like the momentum is back in Delaware's hands. If you're a pitcher, you give up that base hit, your next step is to try to stop the bleeding, stop compounding.
Big opportunity for Pennsylvania came in the third as this is lifted to center, but back to make the catch is Jordan. That'll do it for the top of the fifth. Still 9-0, Delaware out in front.
And position 3 in the top of the fifth inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 back. Still 9-0.
It has been the Kamora Harris show tonight. She has been swinging it since the start of this game really well.
Absolutely incredible. She had a 2 RBI double earlier in the game, and then that big time 2 RBI home run, really setting the tone for this Delaware team. She's also been phenomenal on defense as well. An all-around great game for Kamora Harris.
It's definitely one of the difference makers that we're going to see this week. Delaware's got a few of them on this team. Group that Clint Lutz, their manager, said very close and comfortable, not just on the field, but off the field as well. Will still be Kenny Blades in the circle here in the bottom of the fifth. She will be throwing to a new catcher behind the plate. Journey Hearn will go behind home plate to catcher. First pitch swinging, and that is just off the glove of Bo, but it is a foul ball. Pennsylvania trying to call time. They are inquiring if you can challenge this. The umpires are going to come together and talk this over. The video replay was first used at the Senior League Softball World Series in 2022.
And so they're going to go ahead and challenge this fair or foul call. And I mean, it's the right call to try to go ahead and challenge this, especially later in the game for Pennsylvania. You have to start a rally. And so if you can get this changed into a base hit, then all of a sudden you've got your leadoff runner on. That is huge momentum as an offense. If you can get the leadoff batter on, you have a lot more wiggle room. You can do a lot more things with your offense, bunting, different things like that. So this would be big for Pennsylvania if they can get that runner on. And even if not, it's still an 0-1 count, still an opportunity.
Each team has unlimited successful challenges. You only run out once you have 2 unsuccessful challenges in the first 7 innings. You also get 1 in extra innings. Ali Kosinski is the leadoff batter in the innings. It's a big call right here.
Let's take a look. Things we're looking for. Number 1, where does it bounce? Number 2, ooh. And if it hits Jordan Bowe in fair territory, that's a fair ball. It's hard to see by the bounce there, the original bounce, if that's fair or foul, but if it hits her while it's still in fair, that is a fair ball. Good effort there once again by Bowe. She's done a great job at third base.
Landed on the line, it appeared, but then the question is, did it get into foul territory before it hit Bowe?
And now a key piece here is because it was originally ruled foul, that means that they have to find enough evidence, overwhelming evidence that says that this is a fair ball. So even if it's close, if it's not necessarily enough, they'll stick to the original call.
Yeah, this is one where it seems like from my perspective, your gut tells you this is a fair ball. I just don't know if there's enough there.
Yeah, to me it looks like it's a fair ball, but once again, you know, if this was the other way, if they originally had called it fair and they're going back to look, it may not even be called foul again. It's just one of those 50-50 plays.
And it is a foul ball. So the call stands on the field.
Once again, I think that's a great challenge there. We're later in the game, trying to see if they can get that leadoff batter on. But if not, no harm done. 0-1 count, still have another opportunity.
Strike 2. Blades comes right back and hits the outside corner.
That's a tough spot as a batter, too. Took a lot of time off. Kind of takes you out of your rhythm a little bit, and you're at bat. A lot of times you have a routine that you go to, and you know the pace of an at bat, so having a big timeout like that, it's hard to lock back in.
A little off speed there, just missing.
Look at this changeup. Misses just a little bit up and out, but a great pitch. And what it does is it's going to change the eyes and the speed. So even if it's not called for a strike, it's still a successful pitch.
Ali Kosinski has worked the count full. Fights off that pitch up in the zone. Top of the order is coming up next. Jordan, Mahokey, and Beebe, who have reached a combined 4 times in their 6 trips to the plate.
This is a huge at-bat for Pennsylvania. not only getting the leadoff on, but turning the lineup over to the leadoff position. Kaczynski trying to keep this battle alive for her Pennsylvania team.
Just outside. Great at bat by Kaczynski as she walks to lead off the inning.
I mean, this is a really great spot by Blades. She's going to go to that curveball on the outer half. Just misses. This ball looks like it's river. But on the other hand, Kaczynski, what an eye to be disciplined on a pitch that competitive. That's high softball IQ.
It is a strike on the outside corner to Jocelyn Jordan. A double and a walk in this game. Kind of off the end of the bat. Harris makes the play, and there's one away.
It was almost a benefit that this ball wasn't hit as hard. I think if that ball was smoked right at Harris, because she has such a strong arm, that may have been a double play.
Josie Mahokey takes the first pitch inside for ball one. One gets underneath the catcher, Hearn, and the runner advances into scoring position.
And that's a tough ball to block, but the key there is glove first always. When you're blocking, if you're a younger catcher, glove first always, and then your knees can come back underneath you.
I like how excited you get about catching.
Not enough people do.
That's right, I agree.
They get forgotten about back there.
Second walk of the inning.
I'm a catcher through and through. I get fired up.
Clint Lutz is going to have a visit here with McKenna Blades just to try to calm things down. One out in the inning, two on. And Delaware still up 9-0 in the bottom of the fifth.
And once again, if you're Pennsylvania, it is crucial that you put a couple runs up on the board, especially with how hot the offense has been for Delaware. You need to be able to respond late in this game. Not a lot of innings left to play with. Need to be able to get a few runs across the board.
And at the plate now is the shortstop, Riley Beebe.
Left a few out there in the third inning. And now another big chance here in the fifth. Riley Beebe at the plate. Takes the first pitch, ball one.
Riley Beebe, a big Montana Fouts fan. Another AUSL player. The AUSL Pitcher of the Year this year, actually.
Hard hit, another diving stop by Bow at third, and she dives to tag the base in time for out number two. Jordan Bow continues the defensive show.
I mean, Jordan Bow putting on a defensive clinic over here. She is so athletic. She's going to go to her glove hand side, recognize the runner is there, and then dive into the bag to get the out. That is an incredibly athletic play, and we've seen her do this time and time again today, moving to her left, her right. All different directions over there at third base, holding it down for her team.
Left side of the infield has been lights out between Bow and Harris.
If you're Pennsylvania, you're almost like, don't hit it to the left side of the field. Try to go oppo.
Oh, there is one that direction and in foul territory.
Sometimes you get a defense where you can feel how solid they are on one half of the field. And so as an offense, it's like, okay, I need to change my approach so that I don't just keep feeding into that defense.
Brewster leans into this one to left center field, and Pennsylvania is on the board. It's their starting pitcher with a 2 RBI double.
And this is huge for Pennsylvania. They needed this. This is a momentum shifter for them. Nina Brewster being able to help herself out. She's the starting pitcher and has the opportunity with the bat. Gets this one. This is left over the heart of the plate. She gets her barrel out there and smokes it into the gap for a couple RBIs.
Not a team that is going to roll over. One of their coaches, John Harrington, said they have energy that doesn't stop, and then they just crash after the game because they've left it all out there.
Well, nobody talks about how emotionally draining these games can be. When you're mentally locked in for this long, you're cheering that hard, you're invested in your teammates, it can be emotionally and physically draining.
Kara Dugan at the plate in a 1-2 count. She was the first to face Blades last inning and walked. Into center field and pretty much right at Adeline Lutz for out number 3, but Pennsylvania is on the board in the 5th. It is 9-2 Delaware as we go to the 6th inning on the opening night of the Senior League Softball World Series. Pennsylvania on the board, getting it done offensively. 9-2. Delaware still leads it, though. New left fielder for Pennsylvania is Tessa Seeley entering this game. Does so in a dangerous part of the order. Kimora Harris, Sierra Lewis, and Emma Jackson due up for Delaware.
And Harris is arguably the hottest player on this team right now, not only offensively, but defensively as well. She's been their spark plug all day.
Takes the first 2 pitches and jumps ahead 2-0. 3 hits, a couple really great defensive plays. That one she liked there, but just under it.
That's a confident hack right there. And you can see the smile on her face. You can tell she is so confident in herself and her abilities in the box today.
Into center, back to the track, and then coming forward is Jordan, and there's one out.
Another big swing by Harris, but Brewster doing a good job of getting her out in front just a little bit. Harris misses on the end of her bat, a little bit out in front of her front leg, and instead of going over her, this one is a pop fly to center field.
Sierra Lewis, who has taken it easy the last couple innings after having a great start in the circle, but has remained in the batting order. Another one in the air. This will stay on the infield, and there's two away.
And again, Nina Brewster doing the same thing. She's going to get her out in front of her front foot. Lewis is lunging a little bit on this pitch, and then she pops this one up. Almost deja vu there with the body language of both of those hitters back to back.
Really impressive from Pennsylvania. An out away here from back-to-back scoreless innings. This is not done yet, though, and it's going to be extra bases for Emma Jackson. She has been swinging an excellent bat today.
Emma Jackson learning from the at-bats before her. She stays back a little bit more on this ball. She's going to let the ball get in deep, but stay inside it. She keeps her hands tight. Drives this ball into the gap for a two-out double.
Now JB, Jordan Bowe. Just tipped that, but a nice squeeze by the catcher behind the plate. Popped up, playable in foul territory. Nice communication by Dugan to make the catch. And back-to-back scoreless for Nina Brewster in Pennsylvania. We'll see if they can keep the offense rolling in the sixth.
No runs in one hit, no errors, one left.
Little League and ESPN are proud members of the Aspen Institute's Project Play 63 by 30, which was focused on getting 63% of kids playing sports by 2030. Learn more about what Little League is doing to get kids on the field and all about ESPN's Take Back Sports initiative by visiting littleleague.org/Project Play. There is Michigan, who is keeping it light, it would appear, in the stands. They are last year's winners of the Senior League Softball World Series.
Lots of funny faces being thrown around over there. Watching the game ahead of them, keeping it fun. Love to see it.
Were you pretty loose or serious?
Depends. In between innings, fun. Actually on the field, serious. I've had teammates, though, that serious 100% of the time. You don't talk to them in the dugout. And I've had teammates who are the opposite. They're just goofballs in all facets of the game. It just depends on your personality and how you like to play.
Abby Bender will lead off the inning for Pennsylvania. Chipped into this lead last inning, scoring 2 runs on a 2-run double by their pitcher, Nina Brewster. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Good location by Blades.
And we talked before about how great she is at locating the ball. And you can see it here with this curveball. It's going to curve on the outer half. But then the frame behind the dish, too, to get around that ball and pull it back in, make it look more like a strike. Great job by the battery there.
This is Tessa Seeley, who entered the game in left field last inning. 14-year-old, also plays basketball and lacrosse. Favorite athlete is Larry Bird.
She knows ball. That's a great pick.
And Leah Amico. She was one of like the 4 on this team. That's what I kept saying in my head every time I saw Leah Amico. I was like, they know ball.
They know ball.
Jamie Jordan, the manager for Pennsylvania, said Tessa Seeley's grandpa is the team's biggest fan and that he will yell yabba dabba doo from the stands. Took a mighty cut at that pitch high. Ball 4, Seeley is aboard.
Good at that bat there by Seeley. Her first time up, being patient. Taking a committed hack. She's just committed both sides. She's committed to her takes and committed to her hacks. It's exactly where you want to be as a hitter, is trusting in your ability, both in your swings and your eyes.
Jamie Jordan making a change for Pennsylvania with a runner on and 1 out here in the 6th. It'll be Alex Dugan who comes to the plate. 13 years old. She is the youngest player on the team. Her older sister is Kara. Alex just going into the 8th grade this fall. How about that? Into right field on the first pitch she sees.
And that's the way to execute. Coming right off the bench, you can tell she has been paying attention to this game the whole time. A lot of times if you're on the bench, you can learn so much just by watching. You can tell she was locked in, she was ready for that moment, and she executed first pitch.
Rally brewing here for Pennsylvania late. Only got 5 outs to work with, but they've got 2 on, and they've got Kaczynski at the plate, who has reached both times she's come to the plate, and will do it again into left center field. Another run will score, and Kaczynski is into second with a double.
And you can hear how fired up Pennsylvania is right now. They are chipping away little by little. They have no quit in them. Kaczynski doing a great job getting barrel to this pitch. It's left over the middle of the plate. She crushes this ball, and she keeps life into her team. That is huge for Pennsylvania right now.
They will make a pitching change. McKenna Blades will exit. Michaela Eikenberry will enter. We will be right back. Kenny Blades will step aside for a new pitcher here in the bottom of the 6th, who inherits 2 runners. Michaela Eikenberry, a 17-year-old from Georgetown, Delaware, the oldest of 4.
And this is going to be a completely different look. She's crafty. She's one of their spinnier pitchers. She's going to rely on that movement. So instead of necessarily locating or speed, it's that movement that's going to make her special.
One of their coaches, Paul Kruger, said the running joke is that when Michaela eats snacks, she throws well. So likely was in there snacking it up this inning, just in preparation for potentially coming in.
It's always dangerous when they have snacks in the dugout. You could always catch me by the snack bin.
Right back to her, and she will take the out at first base. There's 2 away in the inning.
But again, Pennsylvania continuing to put pressure on. They may have, gotten an out there, but at the same time, they scored another run. All of a sudden, if you're Delaware, this lead is not feeling as comfortable as it did a few innings ago.
Now 9-4 in the game with 2 outs here in the 6th. Josie Mahokey, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk tonight.
Really good spot there by Eikenberry. You can tell just by the spin and the sound of the ball when it hits the mitt, there's not a ton of velo, but it's spinning. That is a ball that's moving a ton.
Into left center field, another run is going to score. This lead has been trimmed down to just 4 now.
And I can't say enough about this Pennsylvania offense right now. They're not trying to do too much. Little by little, they are chipping away. Look at this ball is down and in, and she gets her barrel there. She's going to drop that back knee, get underneath this ball, and drive in another run with 2 outs.
Up the middle, another base hit. This inning started with a strikeout, and then 7, 8, 9 started this rally. They all scored. And now first and second with 2 away, and they're in the cleanup spot.
Riley Beebe, once again, hitting this ball hard, driving it right back up the middle, but not taking a big cut. These are short swings. Their job is just to put the ball in play hard. And what I mean by short is a lot of times you see long swings where somebody's taking a huge hack. They look like they're trying to hit it over the fence. These are deliberate short swings where they're just trying to put bat on ball hard somewhere.
Swing and a miss on a dirty pitch outside for strike 2.
Phenomenal changeup there by Eikenberry. If I'm her, I might go back-to-back here.
Brewster takes just outside. Nina Brewster had a 2-run double in the 5th inning. Out in front of that pitch. A nice job out of the bullpen by Eikenberry. And it's still a 4-run Delaware lead going to the 7th.
3 runs on 4 hits, no errors and 2 bags.
Pennsylvania making this one interesting late, going to the 7th inning. Delaware up just 9-5 now. And next door, Canada, big day for them. And 2 on and a 3-run home run.
And it's Gagliano putting an exclamation point on this game for them. Canada showing off the big bats. Another team to watch for. A lot of great softball all the way around. A lot of offensive numbers on both fields.
This is Layton Field that we are on, as that is popped up to lead off the inning with an out. Nina Brewster has went back-to-back scoreless in the circle for Pennsylvania after some tough innings in the 3rd and 4th primarily, but the 5th and 6th have been good and a good start here in the 7th.
And if you want to give your offense a chance, being able to shut down Delaware right now is huge. They've already cut the lead by more than half. Now being able to keep them from scoring more, huge momentum moment for them.
Another early pitch swing and a long run. That ball did not carry like Jordan thought it would in the outfield, but still makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Good job by Jordan sticking with this one. Sometimes these reads in the outfield, they have some backspin. They can be tough, but she stays there, continues, and then reaches out at the last second to make the grab.
2 outs, nobody on for the top of the order, Journey Hearn. Hearn has reached twice tonight, hit by a pitch and a single. Scored one of those times. This is deep to left field and carrying. It's off the base of the fence. Hearn zooming around second base. She's going to try it for 3rd, and she is in with a triple.
And what a hack here by Hearn. You can tell Seeley out in the outfield, just not a great read on that ball. I think it just carried more than she thought it would. Seemed like it was gonna hang. That's a great catch on the play before, but I think that was just a tough read by Seeley out in the outfield. There's a little bit of a breeze, you know, maybe that gets caught up in the jet stream a little higher up. But great placement there, just right inside that line to be a fair ball.
Originally, it looked like it was going foul.
And sometimes when those balls are so high, it's hard to figure out where they're going to end up, especially this time of day. The lights are on, but it's still not quite dark yet. Visibility's tough.
Just foul, and it's a 1-2 count for Adeline Lutz, the center fielder. Popped out of the glove, but the throw to first is there, and that is out number 3. So 3 straight scoreless innings for Nina Brewster, and Pennsylvania has an opportunity as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Just a 4-run game. It'll be 5, 6, 7 coming up for them.
9-5.
Just starting today, this is pool play, the first phase of this event, Pool A, Pool B. All 5 of those teams will play each other in their respective pools one time, so 4 games. They will be seeded then, the top 8 teams, top 4 in each pool, advancing to a single elimination bracket. Will crown our champion on Sunday.
A lot of great teams listed there, some from close by, some from very far away. Getting to see a lot of different styles of softball. A lot of the managers said their girls were so excited just to meet other players from different countries, get to experience different cultures and talk to them about their softball experience from another side of the world.
This is popped up on the right side and caught by Ava Brock. And there's one out here in the bottom of the 7th. I think the Philippines team, who is representing the Asia-Pacific region, traveled somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 hours to get here.
Number 1, that's a long time. Number 2, you got to think as an athlete, having to travel that long, got to take a toll on your body. I know these girls are young out there, but still, got to imagine somebody's back's got to be a little tight after a 20-hour travel day.
These athletes this week between 13 and 17 years old. To play at the senior league level, you must have turned 13 on or before December 31st of 2025, and you cannot turn 17 before January 1st of 2026. Oh, the changeup. That is filthy from Eikenberry.
And she's been going to this ever since she came into this game. It is nasty, and what makes it special is she doesn't slow down. Everything about her windup and her release looks the exact same, whether she's throwing a fastball or a changeup.
Just popped out of Hearn's glove behind the plate.
And now a completely different look for Pennsylvania. You have to change your approach as a hitter. Pick a speed. You have to sit a speed, and with 2 strikes, sink into your legs. You know, a lot of coaches say stay back, but sometimes you lose momentum that way when you have to stay back and pause. I like to think sink into your legs. You can keep all of your rhythm going, just slow it down a little bit, and then stay through the ball.
1-2, swing and a miss, and there's 2 away.
And once again, this is just filthy by Eikenberry. And she recognizes where she's at with how many strikes she's gotten. So she's going to put this ball lower in the zone. Takes a 1 hop, but that's exactly where you want it with 2 strikes.
Just tipped off the bat of Tessa Seeley. Pennsylvania down to their final out here in the opening game.
You can tell Seeley's just stuck in between speeds. She's late on the fastball and then early on the changeup. That's where that plan can really, really be effective if you can find one speed you want to hunt.
One-two count for Michaela Eikenberry. And that will do it. Back-to-back strikeouts to close the door in a 1-2-3 7th inning, and Delaware, last year's runner-up, is off to a great start.
And they talked about how hot their offense is. They said batting is the strongest. But for me, it was Kimora Harris. She stepped up big time for this team in multiple situations, on defense, on offense. She was just a highlight reel all the way around. Then, of course, they had a great start in the circle, followed by 2 other great pitchers who showed their stuff. But once again, Kimora Harris, she's my MVP of today's game.
We are underway at the Senior League Softball World Series. Delaware trying to make another run in back-to-back years. This year looking to close the door. Kimora Harris and company had quite the night as they downed Pennsylvania 9-5 in the opener. For Allie Shipman and our entire crew, I'm Chucky Kemp. We'll see you back here soon for Michigan against Hawaii.
For the Hastings,